What's up, guys? Hope everybody's all doing well. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Jared Anderson's next fight against Jerry Forrest, which is taking place on December 10th. And I like this fight for Jared Anderson. I think this is a pretty good bit of matchmaking from Top Rank. I think it's a very good developmental fight in Jared Anderson's career, because Jerry Forrest, I mean, he may not be, a top heavyweight or an elite heavyweight, but he's coming off some pretty good form, coming off two back-to-back draws against Zhang and Michael Hunter, who are both, I'd say, at least top 20 heavyweights in the division. So Jerry Forrest obviously coming through into some, late success in his career and giving some of these top guys, a lot of problems. I think both those fights you could really make a case that he could have won those fights. I mean, they were both very close fights. Maybe not the Zhang fight, because he got dropped 3 times. You really have to do a lot to try and pull the fight back to win it at that point. But he put a lot of damage on Zhang, and he had Zhang finished in that fight. He just didn't really have the dig to kind of take Zhang out. I think that's the thing about Jerry, is he's not really a big puncher, but he's a very game guy, southpaw. And he's pretty durable as well. So I think the thing with Jerry Forrest is you're definitely going to get him coming to try and win and trying to pull off the upset. I mean, clearly still has ambitions of his own, which is always good, to put a prospect in there against somebody that's actually, coming to win, if you really want them to kind of develop and learn things. So I like this fight for Jared Anderson. And I also like Jared Anderson as a prospect. I think, I think he's a very talented guy. He's also extremely young in the heavyweight division. Got a lot of, natural ability, athleticism. Also got that kind of personality and charisma or swag that can kind of, catch on and kind of make you a household name in the States. So I think Anderson obviously has a lot of talent and a lot of upside. I think he just has to, kind of keep his head screwed on straight, stay humble, and keep trying to improve. I think that's the most important thing, is that he can't kind of, get arrogant and kind of feel like he's arrived already or he's better than everybody already. I think he has to keep improving, as he's still very young, and, I think he obviously hasn't fought any decent level of opposition yet, so it's important for him to kind of, stay humble and not get too full of himself at this point in his career. But Jared Anderson, he looks to be a very, well-rounded fighter. I think, obviously, he can box both southpaw and orthodox, so he can switch, which makes him, kind of a tricky opponent. He seems to have a pretty good boxing IQ and seems to be a pretty intelligent fighter in the ring. You see him making use of, a lot of different types of control and, very good body puncher as well. He also has a very good jab, but at the same time, he can lead with power shots, from both stances. Really good body puncher as well. So he seems to be a pretty well-rounded fighter. I mean, some of the things that I'd say with him is maybe kind of he has his hands down a little bit too much. He's a little bit too relaxed in there, but I guess that's fine against the level of opposition he's been in there with. But when he steps up in competition, I think he's going to have to be a little bit more, respectful of his opponents. But he looks to be the, so far he looks to be the goods, and he looks to be like a guy that could go far in the heavyweight division, possibly even get one of the straps at some point, or if not all the straps at some point in his career, if he keeps on with this, progression and keeps improving. But like I said, I think this is a really good fight to help him develop and take that next step up, because this pretty much is, Jerry Forrest is almost like a gatekeeper to getting into the top tier of the division, or top level of the division. So after this fight, I'd like to see him in there against guys like, I know it'll be possibly be tough to make some of the fights against guys like Dillian White and stuff, but I think he matches up really well against those types of fighters. But I think with having Top Rank behind him, that'll help him get the big fights, because there's going to be a lot of money, and they're going to push him to be the next American heavyweight star or heavyweight champ. So Jared Anderson, he's in good hands, being with Top Rank. But like I said, I think this is a really good fight for him, and I think it'll be a fight where he looks really good. I do expect him to probably stop. I do expect him to definitely actually stop Jerry Forrest in this fight, because to me, Anderson, he's got too much skills and talent for a guy like Jerry Forrest that is, kind of a pretty limited fighter that kind of just applies himself and tries very hard. I think there's levels to this, and I think Anderson will be able to hurt Jerry Forrest because of he has a lot of power, and also with his ability and athleticism to set up the shots. I think Jerry Forrest is kind of be just like a sitting duck in front of Anderson, and I think it's early in Anderson's career, so it's hard to tell what styles he does well against and what styles he doesn't do well against, because we haven't seen him against much. Everybody's been in the ring with, he's kind of had his way with, and it's been easy work. But I think, in my opinion, I think Forrest is a style that probably suits him pretty well. I think Forrest is a shorter guy, so Anderson will have the height and reach advantage over him. And I think with Forrest coming towards Anderson, it'll be easy pickings. I think Anderson will be able to, nail him with hard, straight shots and hooks on the way in. And on the inside, I think Anderson will probably have his way with it as well. Having, a really good kind of body attack and good control on the inside, as well as good uppercuts and hooks up close. I think Anderson is going to probably make easy work of Jerry Forrest and look pretty good in there, and then hopefully, we get to see him make that next step up into the top levels of the heavyweight division and start fighting some actual contenders. Even though he is very young, I do think, he's ready, but Top Rank obviously wanting to be very careful with him. This is their next heavyweight star. They don't really want to, make any mistakes with him and lose a potential star that they've got. So, anyways, that's how I see this fight going. I think Anderson's going to look good in this fight, and I do expect him to get the stoppage here. So let me know what your guys' thoughts and opinions are on this fight in the comment section below. Thanks for listening. Also, please hit the like and subscribe. That would be much appreciated. Thanks for listening. Talk to you guys again soon. Cheers.